Good morning. I'm making sandwiches. I'm getting ready to get my kids off to school. Peanut butter and honey. So I'm thinking I'm drying a shirt in the microwave. A school shirt. But I was thinking about this whole making a living thing. And I'm learning that it's about trust. It's about trust. And it's about allowance. So that book that I read, The Science of Getting Rich, in which it talks about how through your belief and knowing that it's coming and this process of holding a thought in this thinking substance in order for it to come to you. Now there's also there's also an element about you have to be able to, when it comes to you, know how to get it. And so what I'm really seeing is that there are a few parts to this. And it's all coming together for me in from all different directions. That book and through guidance that I'm getting and understandings that I'm getting, and I'm getting messages from the universe from all over the place. The more that you become connected to your surroundings and to the universe, the more that you understand its language and how it speaks to you, and you begin to get messages from the divine. You're divinely guided. It has a lot to do with the twin flame journey. Because this twin flame journey, you really have to go through your entire self to even be able to endure it. So it pushes you into a spiritual awakening. And the spiritual awakening, it awakens your spirit, but it also, and in the process of doing that, it connects you to the all, because your spirit is here connected to the all at all times. So it really connects you back. So the way that I'm seeing this whole thing playing out, I put it in for a minute at a time, and then I pull it out. You see and then all the water comes out by way of steam. But if you leave it in the microwave without pulling it out and letting the steam out, then all the water sits right back down into it. So I have to be busy while I'm doing this. So just a minute, I'm gonna pause it. I have to make sure my sun is up. Okay, I'm back. So the way that I'm seeing it is that there are certain parts to it. One is holding the belief as an absolute belief and knowing. And the way that you can hold this is by actually understanding this, the science of getting rich, understanding that there is a thinking substance in which everything is formed from. And you can see this scientifically. You can see that everything is made of the same thing. And as there is need, it is created. And you can see it in the natural world, just like you can see it in the spiritual world. When you start asking a question, you start getting the answers for the questions that you're asking, but you have to know how to ask. And you can see that, or if you want a car, then there are, it's supply and demand. The supply is made according to the demand. And that's just how the universe works. When you find one of these laws, it works throughout. So understanding that, I'm going to pause this because my son needs something. Okay, so one out, one to go. One boy gone to school and one to go. So I dried his shirt. Now I'm drying socks and pants in the microwave. Make sure there's no metal on them. Yeah, they're good. So I know it's kind of funny, but so I'm thinking about this. So I'm understanding that there is like a recipe for it. Because all of the messages that I'm getting is don't focus on the making money, making money, making money, because of that is focusing on the scarcity of, and then you start focusing on that instead of focusing on what it is that you want in your life and allowing it to flow in any however it comes in. Because we can't, there's so many different options, there's infinity options that we can't know exactly what route it can come in on. And if we are thinking on specifically only one route, then we're closing our options down from infinity to two. So it's like narrowing our options into very minimal. And also there's a divine intelligence in the world that knows better than we know. I mean, we know that there's a lot of knowledge that we don't know. We know how little we actually do know. That's so, I mean, we know a lot when we're connected, but there is so many different ways for things to play out that if we're trying to force only one route that we can't see, all the way clear through. I'm not saying don't take action. I'm saying that we need to be an allowance to, well, I'm talking about me, that I need to be an allowance to allow things to come in however they see fit. However the universe will bring it in. It has to come into existence if I hold the thought and knowing that it's coming. And so the second thing, so I'm finding like there's patterns and there's things that I can do. So one is hold my belief. Second is meditate every day. I meditate every morning when I get up. It calms the mind and it keeps me connected to the all, because when you get into a deep meditation, when you get into deep meditation, you're connected. You feel that connection. Your whole body starts tingling. You have like this, your toes and your nose and all the outskirts of your body start tingling. And I actually feel like a radiation coming out of me, which I feel a lot of times when I'm channeling messages or when I just wake up in the morning. A lot of times I'll just feel like this, I know, energy radiating out of me. I don't even know how to explain it in words, but I feel like that is the connection to all, and that is the vibration that I'm sending out and the clear message. This is water. Yesterday when I was at the spring, I filled up multiple bottles of water. I use this ceramic. It's actually from my twin. This is part of his business. It purifies the water and it brings it back into the vibration or the see this. It's made out of the earth. So it's an earth pottery, and so when water sits in it, it's like it's sitting in the earth, just like where it comes from in nature. So it brings it back to its original state. And also you put tap water in there. It allows for all of the chlorine and all of that to evaporate out of it as it sits. I mean, that's just a given. Besides that, it's bringing it back into dark and into back to the earth vibration. When you take water out of a tap, it's like water that went through trauma, going through all of this, and then the water has particles in it, and those particles have memory. And when you take tap water straight out of the tap and you drink it, it's water that has been like, and then you're taking that energy and that vibration and putting it into your body, and we're mostly made of water. So our water is very, very important in where it comes from. So it's a water purifier. It's a purifying system. So this is his smallest one that he has. He has bars, bigger ones that go through, also through seeping through the I'll put a link. And so more on this like thinking substance and I'm boiling water for my, there's that little pot that I found at this little pot with the roses on it. I like it because my name is Shoshana, and Shoshana means rose. And so I think that I also like the look of it, and I like that it is kind of like antique-y. It's old. And I found it. I always feel like those things were put there for me in some way by the universe. See, it all depends on how you look at things. So I'm going to have my second cup of coffee today. I went down from drinking coffee all day to pretty much 2 cups of coffee. If there's a really good reason to have a 3rd cup of coffee, like the other day I went to the beach and they were making coffee there and they offered me coffee, so I took a 3rd cup of coffee. I need to get my... So the second thing, the first thing is belief, and holding the belief and knowing that it's coming, just knowing, you know that it's coming. So there's a calm to me that is, I know that it's coming. It can't be different. And the second thing is meditation and keeping my connection open with the higher realms. That also helps for the channeling. I notice that when I am more connected and calm, the channeling comes through me pure and easily and readily. It's available for me. And when I am in the pressure of the 3D, how am I going to make a living? What am I going to do? Oh no, it's doomsday. When I'm in that state of mind, the channeling, it disappears because I'm like, come into that tightness of worry and pain and all of that. And that's also when when my mind is going like, and I'm feeling all of the distance from me and the universe and my twin and all of the pain of separation. It's actually separation from myself. So meditation is key. That is key. It's like a key into the higher realms. It's a key in keeping yourself connected and calm and your mind quiet so that you can do things. And then the third thing that I'm realizing is opening revenues. So there are laws to the universe. And so, I mean, sometimes money can just fly out of the sky. But for the most part, you have to create some kind of stream in which it can flow to me. So, and I don't have to know the how it's going to flow to me, which stream, or, you know, it might not even come in on the streams that I'm creating, but I am telling the universe, here, I want it. I am expecting it to come. I am allowing you to bring it to me how you want, and I'm creating revenue. I'm showing you that I am putting forth my part in its creation. And so and when you understand that it's coming to you, and it doesn't particularly have to come from the revenues that you're putting forth, the places that you are, you know, a lot of times we are building a base without even knowing that we're building a base. So all of the experience that I've experienced all my life all goes into escrow. Everything that I've ever done goes into escrow, and it's there available for me. So it's like anything that I'm building for myself, it might not be the revenue that brings everything in, but it is somehow going into my life experience. It's a building another option. Sometimes you start going in one direction, and because you're going in that direction, it's creating movement in your life, some kind of movement. Things are happening. And then movement creates more movement. So if you start getting a ball rolling down a hill, it gets momentum and it keeps going. So sometimes you can create, you start creating one thing, and as you're creating it, you're realizing, oh wait, there's this other thing and this other thing, which would have never opened up for you had you not started moving. So the first thing might be passé. It might just be something that isn't relevant in 2 months down the line. But in moving in that direction, it opened up all these other directions and allowed the universe to flow abundance to you. See, that's how you say his pants for school. So that's how you say it. Because I did laundry last night. It was too late for me to hang it. I don't have a dryer here. I have a dryer, but I didn't move it into this house, so it's still packed away. But I wouldn't make a dryer for that anyway. But sometimes, you just have to dry them clothes for school. I haven't done laundry in a few days, and so they're out of pants and out of socks and out of school shirts and all sorts of things. So it's okay, because everything's moving along nicely this morning. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. Lately I've been getting up at 5 o'clock. My twin who's a guide for life, he gave me some really, really sound advice that I'm going by, and it's really helping me. Also with the meditation, because when I met him, I was meditating, but I was meditating sporadically. So I would meditate whenever I felt like it was calling me. And he said, but why are you doing it? It's like purposely creating or creating when out of need. It's the same thing. It's waiting till you get all the way to where you feel like you have to meditate to connect back, or purposefully connecting yourself so that you are in control of the connection. So I like the purposefully. So ever since we had that conversation, really I have been meditating every morning. He has a guided meditation online that I follow. And some good advice that he gave me lately is to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's showing the universe that I am ready to go. It's also, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're getting up with the birds. Just a minute, my son's calling me. Yeah. There's a bee in here. The bees are acting very weird. I go on, there's a bee on the floor. My son wanted me to make him a schnitzel, but I already did. I made one. They're vegan, and they're really good. It's the first time I ever got them yesterday, and my kids are kind of, they're not loving the vegan thing, but I got these vegan schnitzels, and they are excellent. The kids loved them. We had them for dinner last night, and then he just asked me to make him some for school. I already did though, so it's all ready. He likes to take like a big bowl of cooked food to school, so I made him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a salad. I'll show you. If I'm talking about it, I might as well. So, salad, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and this is, see, he has peas and a schnitzel and a whole thing of rice in there. See, that's what happens when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But the rice is from dinner last night. But that's cool, because I make enough for it to be for today too. And then he gets to go and feel all, like somebody's taking care of him. Like privileged. And that's nice. The little things that I can do to make them feel loved. So, and the little things that I can do, I do. I can, there's always room for more. So as long as you keep your mind on it, and your heart in the right place, then those things come just automatically. And there is that, okay, so we got to the first rule is believe and know that it's coming. The second rule is meditation and keeping yourself connected to the higher realms and quieting your mind. The third rule is creating revenues on which the alleys on which the revenue can stream to you. So it's like putting straws into the flow. The fourth thing I would say is appreciation for everything that is, because when you begin to really appreciate what you have, even if you don't have a lot, but you appreciate what you do have. I have children, and there is nature, and we have bees, and there's trees, and there's fruit, and we have running water in the house. We don't have to, I mean, I go and get some from the stream, but we have all of these things. We have knowledge. We have freedoms. And there are people around the world that don't have freedoms. I have a pillow. I have a place to put my head. I have food. I'm healthy. I still have my parents. I have my parents. I have siblings. I have coffee. You know what had to happen for this coffee to get to me? So appreciation. When you really start appreciating, you start noticing more and more that you have that you can appreciate, which brings more of it to you. And if you look at it in that way, like, even if it doesn't bring more of it to you, it makes it makes it seem like there's a lot more, because everything that you look at now you appreciate, and then all of a sudden, wow, look how much I have. And it makes your life also happy because you're in appreciation. Okay, I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to pause it. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to get my mind back set on it. So it's belief, meditation, creating revenues in which it can flow, and resolve also, which is like allowance, allowing it to flow into your life, and keeping your mind open, like being perceptive, being aware of your surroundings, because when it begins to flow in, you're going to have to be able to recognize it as it comes to you. So part of the believing that it's coming is that you're watching for it. You're waiting for it. You're looking out for it. Okay, it's coming. I know it's coming. So where is it going to be coming from? You get curious. And creating the revenues, as you create the revenues, you understand that it doesn't necessarily have to come from any of these revenues. These revenues are just showing the universe that you're ready and you're willing to take part and do your part in the becoming of it. And so when you understand this, you separate the money part or the outcome from what you are doing. You're doing what you feel creatively like doing. So, and then you're expecting all of this abundance to come to you, but you don't know exactly where it's coming from, so that you are free to do your work. Okay, I'm gonna stop and help my son get out to school. Okay, so it's almost 8. Both of my boys are out to school. I've been up since 5. That means I've been up for 3 hours at 8. That is cool. So I'm trying to figure out exactly where I was. Oh, I was at expecting to see it coming. So then you know how to recognize it when it comes in. More advice that my twin gave me was just do what you can when you can. when there were months going through this twin flame journey. Now I can feel like it's calming, but there were months that my mind and everything, my whole being was just shaking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And some really good sound advice that he gave me was, first of all, kick addictions. I feel so much better now, even with the coffee going out. I feel, not only do I not have these foreign things, these entities in me that are taking over my mind, and like smoking weed, it feels like you're connecting to these higher realms, and it's making you more spiritual, and but really it's first of all, it is sneaking you into these realms that you aren't, these states that you're not naturally there, but it's also allowing you to run away, and you don't realize it. And the thing is that it brings more of itself, because it gives you an out from it like creates in your life places that you're not taking responsibility, because you're going into these higher realms, and you feel like you are being connected and all of this, which I can see the medicine in it. I'm not kicking it by any means. I'm just saying, for me right now, like, I could see it in a way of doing, every once in a while, doing a shamanic ceremony with it. And I can see that. But on a daily basis, it's like taking a spiritual plant, or like a very strong medicine, and using it every day, and it just makes it cheap. So that's one thing. But also, just one of the things that he said to me is just quiet your mind and do what you can when you can do it. When you feel like you're able to do something, just do it. Whatever you feel like you can do, do. And then when you start creating that movement, even if it's just in little increments, it builds slowly. And after a while, you see that you're sitting on a whole bunch of things that are done in your life, and it makes you feel good, and it brings more of the same, because you start getting into the moment of it. You start getting into the feeling of it. I'm making myself a sandwich now. So another piece of advice that he gave me is get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's showing the universe that I'm ready to go. I also get my meditation and all of the things, all of my, getting ready for the day done, and still early. See, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to start my day. I've meditated. I have a load of laundry in. I got my kids off to school. I hung clothes. I've already done so much this morning. I have already accomplished so much, and all of it without pressure, and making this video while getting ready. And my son told me when he was leaving, Ema, you're the best. You're the best. And it's because, I had all of this time to get everything ready for him, and to do everything easy, without pressure, and without, okay, you guys got to get out, without all of that. And it just makes for such a calm morning, and everything feels like it's under control, and everything feels like it's getting done in this mode of flow. And so I'm going to sit down. I'm going to have my sandwich, and I'm just going to start doing the things that I need to do, that I want to do. Start creating all of these, and do it easy, with ease, because I know that my income is not dependent on that. I don't have to know where the income is coming from. It's a belief. And if you would have told me a year ago that I would make a video like this, and also talking about, God, and belief, and knowing that it is coming, and even in this moment, I don't know how at the end of this month, rent went through. I don't know how next month's rent is going to go through. And I just realized that it happens. As long as I'm keeping my faith, and as long as I'm keeping myself open, and kind of like that movie with Jim Carrey, which is like the yes man, whenever something comes along, okay, yeah. It's like that cleaning job that I had a couple months ago, which opened up the painting job for me. I went to the cleaning job. I said yes. I asked the universe for revenue to show me the way. I got the cleaning job. I went there. I did it twice. I didn't want to do it anymore, but that opened up the painting job for me. And the painting job has really been helping me keep up my work. This week, I don't have any painting. So they told me, because I painted all of the signs and everything that we've thought up till now, there's some other things that might need to be painted, but this week she said just, be at home. And I thought, well, that's great, because then I get to be at home and work on my own projects and get things in my own, all of the things that I need to take care of in my business done. And so everything works out just like perfect, and no pressure, because when I understand that there's a flow, and when I am in sync with the flow, then things work out. And you can see it in the natural way when I am calm and I'm in this mode. I mean, by nature, other people are drawn to that and will offer me jobs if they see it. But if I'm like, and crying all the time, and that isn't the mode in which abundance comes to. That's the mode in which lack comes to. And you can see it in the natural world. People don't want to be close to that energy. It's like, it's mind-boggling. So I'm understanding more and more and more of how this whole abundance thing, creating your reality, twin flame journey, spiritual awakening, how all of these things are coming in. And I'm really happy I'm doing these videos, because it's showing the process. It's really showing the process. And I understand that I'm still in the process. And how do I know that I'm still in the process? Because there are still areas that, first of all, because there are still areas that are foggy. But talking this out and be able to do these videos and talking all this out is really helping me understand and put everything into words, and then I get perspective. And then play. There has to be time to play. You can't just be all the time working. You can't maintain the calm of mind without play. You see the birds in the morning when the sun comes up. The birds go out and they start chirping, and they're going all over the sky. And then when the sun goes down in the evening, they do the same thing. It's not just the kids, the baby birds. It's all of the birds are celebrating life, are celebrating the sun, are celebrating, they are celebrating the transition between night and day, between day and night. And I also feel in the morning I get up, I get out into nature. Nature calms you when you get out into nature. Okay, so there's another one. Play and get out into nature. Connect to nature. Disconnect from all the world around you, even if that means leaving your phone at home and going out into nature where nobody can contact you, and you know that nobody can contact you. You're with yourself, by yourself. So there are a whole bunch of my thoughts. So now I'm going to go out and finish my second cup of coffee today, which will put it at an end for me. Have my sandwich and just look out over the view. Let me show you where my view. First, I'm going to show you my birdies. They're almost ready to fly off. So I'm going to show you. I've been coming lately, and they're. So this is right in the entrance to my house.
Look at him. You cute, you pussy. You cute.
Their mama is all the time out getting them food. I see them by themselves most of the time now anymore. And I'm going to show you my balcony, just where I'm sitting. That's Arbel Mountain over there. It's such a beautiful day. Okay, so I'm going to go and really get my day started. I'm going to sit down and do whatever it is that I know to do. And have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.